your name and what's your position in the Department of 911?
Hi, so I'm Jen Geslehart. I am the 911 Operations Manager for Minneapolis 911.
Yes, today you guys have the kinds of hiring happen. So how's the reaction of the people? You guys get more applicants today?
I think so. We've had quite a few people apply and lots of good questions, and it's been really successful.
Actually, I've been talking with your coworker previously. This weekend, which was last Sunday, a given incident was happened at a given mosque, which is Tawfiq Islamic Center around Minneapolis.
Yeah.
That one, there is a kind of community panel discussion. On that one, people were talking about language barriers when they call to 911. What you guys are doing in order to resolve or overcome such kind of problem in the department?
So when you call 911, if English is not your first language, you can just identify what language you speak or your preferred language, and then we're able to get a translator on the phone, and we have a three-way call where we can ask questions in your native language.
But the question is, when you guys put someone on hold for interpreter, it takes time sometimes.
Yep.
The time we are calling for 911 is something very emergency and very urgent. In order to resolve such kind of things, having Oromo speaker or Somali speaker or other language is very important. That's what I was saying. My question is in terms of that.
So we only handle the translation services. You can always you can also text 911 if that's easier. If we're able to understand an address, then we can get help started for you.
So as 911, for what kind of emergency you guys give a top priority or first response? If anyone call for 911, you guys have different department, right? Which means immediate response to dispatch police or someone else. What's the level of 911?
So based on what the issue is, whatever problem is, we have a series of nature codes that differ in, something like a theft report or a verbal argument isn't as serious as someone who was in a car accident with injuries or a violent weapon. So we ask you a series of questions, and then we categorize the call based on that, and then we get you help based on that category.
All right. Anything people should know about 911? Is there anything you would like to educate the people about 911? Sometimes people call something not as such balanced, but they call 911. Is there anything you can tell us about that?
If you need a police officer, a fire truck, an ambulance, or if you're having a mental health crisis and you need help, we're the number to call. If you have questions about city services or questions about records or something like that, you can certainly call 311.
For how long are you working for this department?
17 years.
17 years.
Yep.
So do you think when you started, you started as operator or as a manager?
As an operator.
Wonderful. So
Yep.
if you started as an operator, is there any experience you would like to share with the new employees who's coming to this department whenever they are acting like as operator? For instance, I personally work in a hospital, but I work as a journalist too. When we work, I work on a camera of something security kind. Sometimes some individuals freak out if someone calls. I mean, if somebody says I'm in danger, something, maybe some of them may be frightened to respond to this and the others. Is there anything you can share as an experience for new employees who are coming to this department as operator?
Well, we do an extensive amount of training. Good customer service is really important, and then you're also trained to kind of be the calm voice in the storm. So you're trained to ask a series of questions and de-escalate over the phone as much as we can.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
If you have something to add, you can add.
Definitely, if you're interested, we'd love to have you on our team. If you go to the City of Minneapolis website, the job's currently opened. It's a really great place to work, and we have a great group of people.
How many people do you guys need?
25.
25? That's too much.
All right, thank you.
I was trying to say to you, and
Don't hang up. Yes, don't hang up.
Can you add something? You can add? Can you add something?
Yeah, you can ask me something.
I don't have a different question, but the same question, but you can deliver your message about 911. I like your service, by the way. It's very important. It's very critical. I can say it's beyond emergency department where we are working in hospital, that's very important.
Okay.
So, you guys have a vacancy, a position for new employees here. So could you tell us about this position and how they can apply? If anyone is not here today, how they can apply online? There is an option to apply online.
So they can go to the City of Minneapolis website to the jobs page, and the 911 call taker position is right there on the jobs page.
All right. So if someone faces some technical difficulties while they are applying this one, is there anything that they can get on form, some help or something like that one while they apply this one? Because the form is a kind of something.
So on the page where they can apply for jobs, there's a link down at the bottom where they can get a hold of someone that would be able to help them. They can email them, or there should be a phone number down there for them to call and get some assistance too.
All right, thank you very much. For how long you worked in 911?
I've been there for 14 years.
Okay, in 14 years. Is there anything you share with us which makes us to laugh or to cry maybe during your stay in 14 years? Something you never forget in your life being as an employee.
Oh, something I'd never forget. It's so hard when people put you on the spot and ask that question, because every day we deal with a new call. And if that's something I could say, it's that no 2 days are the same. Everything that you do, you never know what's going to be when you pick up that phone. But I would like to say, when you do call into 911, be sure and stay on the phone and talk to the operator on the phone, and don't hang up. They have to call back if you hang up. And so we want you to stay on the line, even if it's an accident or a child has a phone, and tell them.
All right, great. I was expected to ask here with the level of his position, but some people think that when one person works for 911, they are thinking this person is FBI or CIA or spy. Is there anything that differences? Because if someone is working for 911 or this person is spy? Because let me tell you one example. I used to do work with MPD about vaccine. There is a rumor in the community. Some of them they say it has the chips in the vaccine. So whenever we are moving from here to here, they are following us. Likewise, about 911, some people or some individuals thinking that it's all about spying the gossip.
So
you can give some correction about it?
So 911 does not continue to track your phone. When you call into 911, sometimes we'll use that information from a cell phone to help locate you if you're not sure of an address or a location that you're at. The only time we would actively reach out and track someone's phone is if you're in trouble and can't talk to us. You hang up after saying something into the phone, like you need police or you need fire, and then you hang up. And we don't have an address. Location is so important to us. If you can't talk on the phone but can at least say when you dial in, I'm at this spot or this corner, that's the most important piece to us. Then we can send you somebody for help.
All right, thank you very much.